Hey everyone, it's Darren, Benton, and
Brett Allison here.
We're here at Performance Motocoaches. Want to do a follow-up video, even though we're not quite done with these. Want to do a follow-up video. We've had lots of people inquiring. They want to see it a little bit more. We're losing our filmographer tomorrow. She's headed back to the Great White North. I wanted to make sure we got the good video before she left. So this is a follow-up video from the Renegade video we did on the Veracruz line. So the Veracruz, pretty standard line. We always like to do things a little bit different. This was very much in our wheelhouse to take something that was already a great product, but turn it into something with a lot more wow. This has turned into a lot more of a project than we thought. It's nothing that we couldn't do. We were at the mercy of A, not doing it ever in the past, and B, with some vendors that didn't have the same sense of urgency as what we have here. We like to do it today. Everything today, not tomorrow. But so this unit is sold to a customer. Brett's been here spearheading most of this. Josh won't be with us. Josh did most of the work. We'll make sure Josh is included in one of the videos in time. But so solid coach or solid color on this, but if you look at a stock rig, in fact, you can kind of peer in the showroom. Here's what a stock rig looks like. We're gonna do lots of movement. So look at how vanilla this guy looks. And you'll see we'll run back out. Look at this little baby fender well as well. And then let's run back out. Same for the baby fender well up there. This does have the liquid spring package on it. Notice the chrome. They look like roller skate tires in the wheels.
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's come out here.
Casters on an F550.
So super singles on these. These are a 75 mile an hour speed rated tire. Bumper from Elevation off grid. We got some of the lights from them as well. We took the grill off, painted. We took these from Elevation off grid and did a bed liner on them. There's a lot to cut out. We'll show you how much extra metal we have.
A lot more than we expected to remove to fit these tires. Of course, we knew we were putting some big tires on here. We didn't realize what we signed ourselves up for, but it turned out really well. We're happy with it.
So nothing wild and crazy. Everything fits well. It's not like anything was like reverse engineered. No Alabama Band-Aids. That one comes fresh to mind. So Liquid Spring did the Liquid Spring package on it. It's basically, instead of doing an air ride system, it is basically all, I would say, like hydraulic. So equivalent of a reservoir shock. It just rides and drives so much better. Prior to, whenever I took these things from Elkhart-ish area down to Lafayette, Indiana, they were 65, 70 mile an hour machines. That's what I felt comfortable with. Brett said he rode this thing at 80 earlier.
82.
I don't know if I'd go 82 all the time, but it will go 82. He didn't die.
We have to know. I mean, potentially a customer is going to take it at 80, so I wanted to make sure that the wheels didn't rattle off of it. But it was surprisingly smooth. Me and Josh took it for a ride. We kind of did a road test, just get some bumps, hear the noise of what rattles we need to fix. But surprisingly smooth. 70, 75 is all day long. You can do it and never have to worry. So really good riding. So much taller. You can set this thing all the way down. Technically, you can level this all off the Liquid Spring. That's one thing we need to work with Liquid Spring or go through that controller. Like I said, we're still a little bit of work in progress, but just wanted to kind of see your overall fit. Inside, we won't really touch on too much. You see, we cut the fender well out. It looks so much more finished, that big giant fender well there. They looked really funky. I know there's been some others that have been built that just don't look quite the. And y'all are seeing this at ride heights right now, so typically, we can get another 5 to 6 inches out of travel, front and rear. So a lot more to see once you get raised up.
These are an upgraded theater seat. They sit a lot closer to the wall. Nice because they have power theater seats and power heads as well. We don't have the electric cord plugged up there anymore. We ran the new plug down there. We'll do a really full in-depth video. I just want to talk more about the Liquid Spring. We did go ahead and put the air conditioner, the center air conditioner, the front air conditioner on the power inverter. So let's kind of go outside again, but I just wanted to highlight those cedar seats. It makes all the difference. It makes you from wanting to strangle somebody not sitting in the coach to sitting in something a lot more comfortable. So we've done a few these bumper types that basically you build the entire cradle, and then this is kind of a sheet metal piece that then goes on place. So I was kind of happy to see what some of the other manufacturers are doing as a mass-produced item. So basically, this is a winch cradle. We didn't even know that that's the way that to do it properly, but just kind of makes sense. You have this really robust center piece. Customer did not want a winch. We still have to put the little filler piece here, but got some additional lights, light bar. If you want to get in and blind the camera.
Yeah, we did. So Baja Design lights, they have an amber in this light right here. So what we did, you've got your clearance lights, right, all around the truck. We wanted to be able to see these at the same time. So what we did was with your marker lights on, the factory's fog light switch will control the amber lights of that. So turns out really good. So you can use both portions of it. So I'm going to go course key on. There's our headlights. I'm going to go straight marker lights. And then fog lights. Our amber's on.
Yep, so your fog lights will control that. And then
we've
you have 3 controls up top, auxiliary switches.
Auxiliary switches in here. So we use 1 through 4. There's 1. There's 2. Sorry, Sean Lee.
So high and low there.
3. And then 4.
And
then if you just really hate the person you're driving into.
Sean Lee, she's not operating heavy machine and driving a car for the next 24 hours after this.
She's going to need cataract surgery.
So we're still waiting on some availability of mirror extensions. The left side doesn't bother me too much. The right side, I think there needs to be a little bit more. So we'll hide and watch there. We're waiting on, it's supposed to be ready tomorrow.
We've got a really cool console. Yep, console, and then this controller, Sean Lee. So right now it's just on a whip. But we've got a really nice 3D printed piece being made by JD Glassworks here, a local shop we like to deal with.
So it'll look like a factory piece, and then no longer do we have to rely on the 30-pack of Coors Light to put our as our armrest. So we got this really badass console that's being built that will act as a armrest, but be very robust and stout, and still allow you to be able to step on it, be able to access the cab.
We'll gain 2 cup holders and a little cubby too for your cell phone. So,
are there any like hiding spots in there you can put some?
We could hide as much as you wanted to in there. We could put a canister with a 12-volt pump, put your beer in there, and just have a button
straight in. Painted these guys, just kind of brought that, just made it all kind of look the part. Didn't really want much chrome on it. Those are the factory steps right there, but just a really cool look. Start it up real quick and then raise it all the way up, just so.
Judging by looking, I think we're going to look at maybe some front mud flaps, either that or we'll be rhino lining those portions.
So that's ride height right there. There's all the way low, and then there's all the way high. So I believe it goes rear first, and then it goes up front. Look at that, just the Alabama rake. So go rear, and then it go up to front. Are we increasing right now? It's gonna take a second, a long ways to go. Here we go. So if you need to get a new knee when you're coming out of this thing, just make sure you be really careful when it's up at this max ride height. And then we'll take it all the way down. Be much, much easier. Go ahead and bring it all the way down. Maybe there's, do we have an issue?
No, I turned it off.
Bring it all the way down.
It's coming down.
Okay.
So going up, it's advised you want the engine running because the pump's pulling power. Going down to just opening valves, so it doesn't really require a whole lot of power.
Look at that.
This, when it's all the way up, and you forget it's all the way up.
It's a lot.
It's a step.
It's your orthopedic dream right there.
Yeah.
Get a new knee. So let's go down and see one that's kind of in progress, talk about it a little bit, and then we want to show you guys a sneak preview. Don't forget, so if you're like, yeah, these guys just aren't going to do it for me, I'm headed to Peru tomorrow. We got the Peru machine back here.
Even if you're crossing the ocean.
So, like I said, still kind of going through it, but it kind of looks the part. We do have the winch on board here. Grab that little filler piece. Same type setup with the lights, the light bar. I couldn't imagine doing this on one of the coaches that has like a paint scheme to it. I think the solid colors look so much better. I guess kind of preference on whether you like the solid gray or the solid white. You can see we've had our local cookie dealer in. Going to gain 5 pounds from our cookie dealer.
You got to leave them. You got to leave them here, or else I'll eat all 3 boxes at home tonight.
So this guy that's purchasing this coach, he currently has an earth roamer, just wants more space. So wants more division. The earth roamer just doesn't have enough division for basically, a couple and a kid or 2 couples. Versus this guy right here, you could put some people up there, you could drop the dinette, and then you have some true separation. So it doesn't quite use the earth roamer to its full capabilities, but want something that's a little bit different. So we're excited to have him on board. And then for Peru,
you're in for a treat. How much is this you're going to show? This might have to be a whole nother video.
Just real quick, real quick. Just if those don't get it done, this will get it done right here. I promise. You can take that thing anywhere other than 90 miles an hour down the highway. It's not a 90 mile an hour machine, but you can climb up any mountain you want to go.
You can do 55, so at least you can time
55
travel. Right?
all
you can
day
time
long.
travel as long as you can do 55.
But definitely a wow factor. We'll do a full video on that. We just kind of wanted to bring things back together. We'll definitely have that center console. I want to get them totally buttoned up, totally done, get them side by side and do a video so we can talk about everything, every little add to it. We're still working on a few other little things. Like I said, the mirror extension, and then I want to bring some shocks, basically some struts to the baggage doors. Hopefully we'll get that done within the next week or so. It's difficult whenever we're dealing with what a product that was typically in that $200,000 range. Most of the products we have 600, so we're trying to add all these things to this product that's in that, now it's 300 because we have a ton of options. I mean, the liquid spring alone, is close to $30,000. I think each wheel is $3,000 a piece, and then $1,500 per tire. I mean, things add up very rapidly.
Yeah, the Baja design lights, they're quality, but they're not by any means the cheapest on the market.
I think I can buy an old Caprice cheaper than I can buy a set of these lights
you
right here.
You might be getting 1.5 Caprices for one of those lights.
But definitely proud of the guys here at the shop.
Shout out to Josh for spearheading this. I've been helping, but really when it comes to the labor, Josh has knocked out the lights. He's spearheaded. We of course we help each other. We game planned on everything. We of course cut them to pieces with each other. But Josh has really taken this and ran.
That's the other one. We got lots of spare parts. We'll be able to crush all this stuff, cash it in, probably get a pack of cigarettes from all this aluminum.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, Marlboros.
Where's some of that little pieces of parts?
They're right here on the bottom of this.
We're saving them because we're going to do something.
You can tell we've been almost every tool out of the toolbox is out. But so these are the big portions. So, to paint a picture for you, this would be behind here. You can't see it, but this was removed from this area here, of course, to make the tire fit. You had another cab corner piece. We cut it out in one piece. The tutorial had this off in 4 pieces, but me and Josh were like, watch this. And then I think I got the wrong side, but you can just kind of idea. This was in this area. So right now, it doesn't look like it's interfering, but with the wheel turned. But so Josh is still doing the fender extensions on these. This will fill this gap. It turns out really, really flush and smooth when it's done. So we're happy about it. It's been a big project. We put ourselves we put a deadline on ourselves, not knowing if we could reach it. And thankfully, knock on wood, we've reached it. So
obviously the size of the tires are much, much different. So what do we do so that way you don't get speeding tickets everywhere you go?
So we tried one way. We tried to go in with force scan programming. It caused check engine lights. We just didn't work out. Went back to factory. I don't know if I want to let them know what module we use, but basically we installed.
It's XYZ 9er module.
Yeah, part number 002. It's a module we install. It goes in between the computer, in between the cluster, gauge cluster that is. We programmed that. Josh programmed that on the laptop, so you set your before and after tire size. We had to play with it a little bit. First we drove it. We were 3 miles per hour off. Went down tire size. We went to 2. Now we've got it spot on, so we're proud of that. So no speeding tickets. It's, originally it was 13 miles per hour off.
Percentage-wise, it was huge.
It was big,
something like that.
60, it was showing 73. So we got that fixed. So
well, reverse.
what did I say?
It shows far less. You're going much faster.
Yes.
It shows.
Yeah. So you were ready for a speeding ticket if we hadn't gotten it fixed.
So I just assumed that we're going to program this with Ford and everything's going to be good to go. I really can't tell you why. One would think that. I don't know if we're too far out of parameters, or if there's lots of, even though this is a Ford Super Duty, I can tell you that there's enough stuff that's different whenever you factor them in being a cabin chassis, anything 550. So even a 450 that comes with a factory bed is much different than a 450 cabin chassis. So kind of learning all that. I used to do all kinds of diesel performance back in the day. So a lot of that stuff is kind of, you can't say it's a Ford Super Duty. There's much different things once you get to some of these cabin chassis applications. Like you can't get a Lariat regular cab, so you cannot get those really high dollar Ford LED lights from the factory. You can add them, they're about 10 grand. And we thought, man, spend the money down here.
Yeah.
Spend the money in these lights versus having to worry about these lights right here.
You don't even need headlights with these. So you could just tape them off, paint them up, whatever you want to do. We got the Baja designs.
Now we'll definitely do a follow-up video to get them all buttoned up, get them side by side, get the center consoles, get everything into place. But there's going to be some other things that I think as time progresses, I think that Renegade will probably follow through and do a few things on the 2026s that are coming out, and then we learned a lot more. It's going to be 10 times easier the more of these rigs we do, but nothing's out of the ordinary. Nothing is, our number one concern is we don't want to do something and say, I hope no one sees that, or I can't believe that I got this done. I don't want anybody to ever look into this. So, it's nice, clean setup. They ride and drive great. That's the impressive part. Is it looks as good as it rides and drives, and that typically doesn't happen once you start altering these rigs like that.
Yeah, you get tires taller than your youngest kid.
Yeah, that's the reason. As I got older, I had no more lift kits, no more. Factory works, but oddly enough, you can spend money and make them better than factory. I didn't realize that. I always thought they rode like crap. So we'll get the follow-up video towards the end of the week. Always appreciate you guys watching the video. We'll make sure Josh is here. We'll put some cookies in his lap, and he'll just sit there like a good little guy. Anything you want to add, Brett?
Tomorrow, so maybe on the comments of this video, we'll add pictures of the center console and the liquid spring controller. Pretty proud of that. Jimmy at JD Glassworks and Bobby custom designed that, so we're hoping to get that set up tomorrow. But we'll fill you in. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys.
Make sure you guys like, tag, and subscribe.